Hey, Mina.
Hey, Av.
Oh my goodness. Sorry. It was an eventful day. I promise. It was crazy. So I woke up, had a few things to do here, and then
Mhm.
I said, I'm going to go hit a trail. And I usually go hit this trail close to that. Well, kind of close. It's called Yankee Hill. It's up by Central City.
Okay.
So I left here about 2 o'clock. Said, oh, I'll be up there by 3, maybe a good 2 hours. That trail is.
Yeah.
Be done by 5. Home, eat dinner, get ready for this show. Good to go. Nope. I decided to go up because I got a new Jeep and I hit the sidewall going up on a rock and boop, it popped.
Oh.
And so I get to this flat area on top of it, like this hill that I was climbing. And there were some guys up there. None of them had a jack. None of them could help me. They left. I was like, oh man. So you know me and my crippled butt. I could my I couldn't do anything. So I'm trying my best and trying to get stuff done. And I called my mom just to give her a heads up, just so, you know, in case something happened, she knew where I was.
Yeah.
That was a mistake. Because then she did not stop calling me. Are you okay? Where's somebody up there? You need to find somebody to help you. Oh my blah 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 blah. I'm like, if you would let me go, I could get this done. But you keep on calling me. I can't get this done.
Yeah.
He's like, you need to calm down. I'm like, I'm calm. You're the one excited. You've called me 5 times in the last 30 seconds.
Right.
And for some reason, her phone kind of messes up.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll just hang up on you.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. So I had to deal with that. Finally, this older couple comes up. They're like, do you need a hand? I said, sure. So they helped me out. 20 minutes. That
Yeah.
was it. Took 20 minutes.
Oh.
Got it knocked out, got it done, started coming down the mountain. Everything was good. Came down. I was fine.
Mm-hmm.
Got back here, and then I had to put my top back down because, I took my top all the way down. Yes, I was driving topless. Nobody wants to see that. Anyways, I was driving topless, and then I so I had to put my top back up when you told me when you send me the link to
Mm-hmm.
sign up with you. Oh, I'm like, of course, Mina wants to do it right this second. Because my plan was I'm going to put the top up and then text you and go, okay, let's jump on.
Yeah.
But no, you had you had a, you had your schedule already set to go, and
I was
you're
thinking of like messing around with everything. I was like, I wonder if I couldn't at first I couldn't get the microphone to work. And so I'm like recording myself and I just sounded like shit. And I'm like, why does it sound so bad? I figured it out. I didn't even have it hooked up, right?
and I figured me all this stuff happening to me at the very last minute because you messaged me, tell me that's for the link. So I said okay. So you messaged me. Then I have to change really quick. I was filthy. Like I had a white shirt on. Go figure. Which is now black. Which I don't. So
Well,
I
yeah,
was I was sweating. I'm just glad that nobody sees us. Otherwise, I would have had to put on makeup because I'm greasy.
you're fine.
So, how you doing? How's your day?
It was all right. We went shopping this morning to get Zaya some pants. That's always fun. She's
I
a
like shopping.
man.
So, what you got for us today?
I have something, but it's not going to be that long. It's just a missing, or is it missing persons? It kinda. It's kind of a really cool story.
Go for it. You know what? Actually, you know what? We could do something on the fly today, and this is for our audience, and I think they would be. I saw a story. I'll let you do your missing persons, but give me one quick second. I
Yeah.
saw a story yesterday, and I wanted to bring it up today. And everything's always so organized. We always do everything organized, which is good.
Yeah.
but I saw this thing, and I think that's what happened to me. Is what happened is I was doing the research on our story, and then I saw this guy who killed his two kids, a 2-year old and a 6-month old, I think it was, or 7-year old, something. I got to look at it again. Because he believed that they were going to grow up to be monsters. So he just killed them.
So
But he is part of, he's
that.
part of the, how do you say that? The Qanon?
Oh, QAnon.
Yeah, QAnon. He's part of that group. So so they're like part of like the conspiracy theories, like the hardcore of conspiracy and
I did
satanic.
research on that group
Did you?
a little bit ago. Yeah, they're fucking
Yes.
crazy, man.
It's just like I mean, there's conspiracy theories everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there. I mean, we got the 20th anniversary of 9/11 coming up,
Yes.
so there's all those.
Yep.
And then there's other conspiracy like this. The QAnon is about it's a far right group that believes in like that everything's pedophiles. All the government's pedophiles, and that
Right.
they actually like eat them.
Mm-hmm. Like they eat babies.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
So I was like, wow. So they believe in all that stuff. So yeah, no, I wanted to do my story kind of like I said, you and I have a great attention span. Uh, so that popped up as I was looking at some research, and I was like, what the heck is the story about? So I started reading it, and it's just he killed them with a spear gun, a fishing spear gun.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Fucked up, man.
Yeah. So he killed him. He hit him in the head. He killed him in the head with it. One was still alive, and he kept on stabbing it, like shooting it.
Damn. That's fucked.
Yeah.
Those kids suffered, man.
Well, so he went for a drive. So what the story was he went for a drive with them. He took them somewhere, and the wife, after a few hours and after like she couldn't get a hold of him, she called the San Bernardino police, and they found them. The bodies are found on a border town in Mexico. So they're found in Mexico. He's arrested in Mexico right now. He's booked in a Mexican jail.
Where'd you
Yeah.
get this?
Told you I was doing research. And when you hit Google,
Yeah.
things pop up. Yeah. So that's where I found it. And I was like, so that's why I started looking at that. And I'm like, wow, this is like just within a couple hours that I saw that. So like I said, you're doing research and you see something, you're just like, okay, I'm going to start reading this. And I was like,
that's what happened to me.
see, I'm not the only one. You give me.
When I was doing the research for today, because I was supposed to be looking up for Salem, right?
Yeah.
Well, the one I found was not in Salem, but it was so interesting. I was like, holy shit. So it's totally not in Salem.
So it's not just me.
You're
giving me this look. So for our listeners, we Zoom when we do these. We try to get together, but we live so far apart from each other, and then by the time anyways, so we Zoom doing these, and Mina's look on her face right now when she's looking at me like you don't have nothing, like she's staring me down.
I'm not staring.
And then I give her, and then I'm telling her about this story, and the look on her face is just like, are you kidding me? I'm listening to you, Hav, but are you kidding me? You serious? I'm like, no, I saw a squirrel. Sorry. I saw something else, but the look on her face. And then she comes and says, so that's what happened to me. So you have a lot of room to talk.
No,
Well, not talk. You're talking with your eyes. You're talking with your eyes.
They don't count because they always say things that just aren't true. Like if you didn't know me, you would think I was like the meanest person ever. But I'm not.
No, you're not.
I can be, but I'm not.
No, you're not. You're not. No, but that story just blew me away. So I was like I started looking at that story, and I was like, who is this guy? And he thought that his kids were going to grow up to be monsters. And like,
I wonder why. What was it about his kids?
I didn't see that. I mean, Mina, this story is 2 days old. I mean, it just, you know what I mean? I want to jump in more on it, but like, why did he think that? Like, this almost brings us back to to our very first cast.
Yeah. The
Where the zombies, the kids are zombies. You know what I mean?
Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints bullshit.
Yeah. It's just
Yeah.
like,
The
wow,
zombie eating cult.
yeah.
That's what it is.
What is up with these cults, man? What is up? I mean, like,
I
and
think
they're almost
people,
cultic.
yeah, I was like, people think that they need something to believe in. And I have no problems. Like, I am not a Christian, like, I am not religious. But if it makes you be a better person, then I'm proud of you. I'm all for you, you know? But then they get these fucking weirdos that twist things, you know? That's what it is. They twist things. You know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah. I mean, yeah. Like, I'm a Christian. You know that,
Yeah.
but it's just so it's just. I mean, like, if I told that to my pastor, he would go, "What the heck?" You know what I mean? He would be like, "Wow." You
Yeah.
know, he would actually probably tell me, come and talk to. No, I'm not going to talk to everybody about this, but
Yeah.
it's just weird. Like, I mean, they believe like the Q. How do you say it? I can't say it.
QAnon? I think that's how you
QAnon?
say it. QAnon?
QAnon? Yeah, I can't pronounce it. Listeners, if you know how to pronounce it, send us something. Mine and Mina's a dictionary as it is. So, so, so it blows me away. And like, I've heard about it, and there's even a local news anchor that talks about it on his Facebook and on his segments on the news channel.
Really?
And yeah, he's always talking about it and about how they are. He's always like, he gets threats from them and things like that. And I'm just like, wow. So, but no, it just blows my mind how this guy could take his two little girls out for a drive and not return
Yeah.
with them. And the way, here's the thing, the way they found out it was him is because when he pulled up to the border crossing again, there was blood in his van. So border patrols started doing some investigation, and that's what they found. And then he admitted it. He's like, "Oh, I killed my kids." Then
Just
he
like
took them
that.
to where they were. Yeah, just like that too. I killed my kids. They were
Oh,
going to be
he
monsters. So
probably thought he was doing like a good deed. Do you know
he
what I mean?
did. He did.
Oh yeah, here they are, That's sad.
It's
Man.
just, it's crazy. I want to do more research on that. And that, like I said, that's what happened. I was doing research. I was looking for stuff, and then, boom, plop, there's a squirrel. And it's just like, wow, but it was interesting. I see those all the time. And I'm sure you do too when you're doing research. You see some stories and you just kind of overlook them. You're like, oh, whatever,
Yeah.
But this one I was like, whoa, what
And
the
it's so
heck?
hard to overlook them because you just want to, put everything out there, but
Yeah.
sometimes like you have to snatch them. Like if they draw your attention, I say just fucking go with it. That's what I do. I try to focus on what I'm doing, like, oh, I'm supposed to be finding, the witch stuff. But that case, like I kept going back to it and I was like, no, I got to report on it. It's crazy.
That's pretty much what happened to me,
Yeah.
and I was like, I want to go through that and do some stuff on it. I'm going to let you do your missing persons thing and start talking about it real quick. I'm
Okay.
going to grab some my notebooks on that story because I still have some stuff.
Sure. Go ahead.
But
I'm
go
going to
ahead.
pull up my screen here. So go ahead.
While I'm gone, keep them entertained.
Oh, great. Let me minimize this bitch. Okay. Okay, I think I got. Can you hear me? I can't hear you.
I could hear you. Yes.
There you go. Okay. So let me minimize this. Can you still see me?
I can.
Okay, I just minimized it, so I just wanted to make sure. So
Okay.
this is my story on, we call her Allison Mills. Really, we don't know who the fuck she is, okay? So on May 24th, 1985, she was found laying in the middle of the road with a pillow. And it appeared to be that she fell out of the back of a truck, perhaps,
Mhm.
and got a head injury. So like maybe she was laying like on the door of a truck or a car and fell out of the car. She got herself a nasty head injury and actually ended up dying from it. There was no ID on her. She had tan lines, so she wasn't from the area. And this is in Georgia. So she was found laying unconscious along Highway 91 near Colquitt Ford Road. Colquitt.
Mhm.
15 miles south of Albany. I died 8 days later on June 1st from my injuries. Investigators believe I was either thrown or fell from a vehicle, possibly the back of a truck. There's no indication that I had been raped or attacked. I was wearing a gray t-shirt, Britannia jeans with a laundry tag with the name of Allison Mills. And that's where the name came from, but they never found out who the hell she was. So that's probably not her real name. In 2012, her body was exhumed for DNA collection, and then her bones were processed for the isotope analysis, and that's like water. Like they test.
Yeah, well, explain that a little bit. You know about that.
I just know about it from reading about this, really. So the isotope
Okay.
analysis is when they so like they had her bones and tissues and stuff, and they test it for like the water that's in the area. And like every water has certain chemicals in it, right? And it narrowed down geographical locations to where she could be from, to what matched the water analysis thing. So the locations were Massachusetts.
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 Massachusetts. Yeah. Sorry if you're from Massachusetts, we can't say it right.
Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. New York, southwestern Pennsylvania, and eastern West Pennsylvania, or Virginia, Virginia. New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, California, and Oregon.
So wait a minute. All this was found in her bones. Also, all the water mass was
Yeah.
all from all these places.
Right. So really, there's a couple location or places, it's, yeah. But okay, so look at her face, right?
I see it.
Okay, now I'm going to show you something else. And I found this searching for this story in particular. Does she not look like the picture?
Extremely similar.
The nose,
Like extremely similar.
So this is a girl who's missing around the same time. She was missing in 1983. Her name is Monique McClelland, is this chick's name. Been missing since 1983, I believe, from around Pennsylvania.
Let's can you go back to the other picture?
Yeah.
Because that's and this is just a guesstimate of that. Wow. Holy
crazy?
cow. Yeah. If they added that smile to her, I bet you I'll bet you that's her.
So this has been brought up before. This is how I came across all this is somebody said, you know what, this chick looks alike. So this chick has stretch marks and tan lines. Okay. Yes, the one that was found. They think because maybe possibly she had a child. Now, when I looked up information on this girl, Monique McClelland, she did not have a child, but she ran away in 1983 or disappeared in 1983. She could have had a child in the time frame that she had been gone compared to when that girl was found. And it was brought up, and they said that they did a test and it was not her, but they don't specify on what they tested. I don't know if it was DNA. I don't know if it was actually tested at all. I can't find anything saying what was tested and when. Other things that they had when they tested other people, they always give you what type of DNA was.
This is very, that's very interesting. She looks just like her.
Right?
And that was a drawing. That's like a composite drawing, right?
Huh? I might have.
That's really, really, really weird. Good job, Mina. And nobody has put that two together, I wonder. I would be interested. I would almost bet some Skittles on it that nobody's ever checked it out.
They look a lot alike, and the time frame matches up. Everything matches. So that's what throws me off. Like, well, we tested for the DNA. Well, what did you test? Can we retest? Because now it's years later. That was in 2014 or something.
Yeah, 2012, 2014. They exhumed her body in 2012, and then they did the test in 2014. So yes, do it again. Please,
Yeah.
they need to.
They
need to,
because like that looks
Because something
much
is
like,
wow. Wow.
where am I going here?
I'm very
saved.
I'm very curious.
And they did show here. So she was on life support. Hold on. She was on life support for a little bit, right? And then she ended up dying. I'm trying to share.
I get that, and I could see that, but wow.
Can you see the death picture?
No, you haven't. There it goes. That's her death picture?
That's her when she's dead. Hold on, I'm pulling the other one up.
That is similar, Mia. That's really, really, really similar. Put this. This is going on our website, so everybody can see this, of course.
Yeah.
So when you guys look at this, look at the pictures, look at the how much they look like each other. I mean,
It's just the nose has me like.
it's yeah, no. That's exactly where it is. That's exactly where it is. Everybody has that distinct, so that's hers. Wow.
Crazy, huh?
It is.
So what I want to do is get them to obviously retest the DNA, show me what they tested.
Can you do that?
I can call them and ask.
I would just tell them what we do. Tell them what we do, and then say, hey, we were doing story. We do segments, and I was doing some research, and I saw this, and wow. They might say, well, you never said anything. We never thought of that.
Mhm.
But I would be really interested, especially now we're 5 years. Are we 5 years later?
In 2014, is that when it was?
Yeah.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 7.
7 years. Sorry, 7 years. 7 years later.
Mhm. So yeah. I'll keep you guys updated on that. I think I will.
Because they have all her DNA and everything from there, right?
Yeah.
All right. So back to this guy. His name is Matthew Taylor Coleman. He's 40 years old. He was charged Wednesday, so this was just literally a few days ago.
Mhm.
So it's a two-year-old son and a 10-month-old daughter. The criminal complaint alleges that he told the FBI that he killed his children because he believed they were going to grow into monsters, and that conspiracy theories led him to believe that his wife has passed down her serpent DNA.
Oh, fuck. Well, fuck you
Right?
too.
Right? Yeah. Coleman's wife, identified only by her initials, contacted Santa Barbara police after her husband had taken the kids out on Saturday but didn't tell her where. The complaint said she grew concerned after he failed to respond to her messages, knowing and knowing that her husband didn't have a car seat with him. She called the cops.
Oh shit.
A missing report was filed Sunday, and the officers asked her to use Apple's Find My iPhone feature to see whether she could find Coleman. The complaint said the program showed Coleman's last known location in Rosarito, Mexico. Police alerted the FBI to the investigation as it became a case of suspected parental kidnapping. Coleman was detained Monday after an inspection by border protection agents of his van upon re-entry to the U.S., where agents didn't see the children, but they found blood in the vehicle.
Damn.
It's pretty crazy. So so Coleman confessed to the killings upon being interviewed, gave them the location and gave him the location of the weapon and the clothing. He also identified the bodies recovered by the Mexican authorities.
And where were they originally from?
Santa Barbara.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's being held without bond.
So they're married, but they're not really. Are they together? Or
Yeah,
they were together.
yeah. He went for a drive,
Huh.
but he didn't have a car seat, so she just called the cops because she got concerned
Yeah.
because he wasn't responding to her. So she's like, well, he doesn't have a car seat, so
Right. Oh my
yeah. So he knew what he did was wrong, but of course it was the only course of action that would save the world. So he believed killing them was going to save the world.
I'm just wondering, like, so they're together and married, but he thinks her DNA is
From serpent DNA.
serpent DNA, yeah. So she thinks
Yeah.
she's all fucked up in the head and shit and
So
evil.
serpent DNA is reference to the lizard people conspiracy.
Oh, okay. I have not heard lizard people.
You haven't heard about the lizard people? That's a whole other show. But
I have
but
not
yeah,
heard
there's
about that one. I've heard about
Yeah.
the eating babies. Because you know who I learned this from, sadly enough, is Trump. Trump was talking about how horrible Democrats were and we're all evil and pieces of shits, right? And that's what sparked that interest. I was like, what the fuck? And then I heard all about how Democrats eat babies. So I had to go and look to see what the fuck they were on. And that's where I came up with all that fucking QAnon bullshit. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
QAnon. Yeah, so I was like, wow. Claimed that lizard people were taking over Hollywood in the U.S. government. So Anthony Quinn Warner, who bombed his own RV outside the building in Nashville on Christmas Day, claimed that the lizard people were taking over Hollywood in the government. Warner died and 3 other people were injured. Do you remember that bomb?
I do.
Yeah, QAnon is a more recent conspiracy theory premised on belief that a similar global cabal at the top of the U.S. government is secretly murdering and eating children.
Yep. Specifically Democrats. And these are, I'm not saying all Republicans think this. I'm saying extremists.
Like far right.
Yeah.
Far right.
Yes.
You have your far right and you have your far left.
Right.
But that's like, yeah, that's like your far right. That's like way out there. And it's like, wow. But yeah, no, he believed that they had serpent DNA. And he was doing the world a good.
Oh, people.
And so, like I said, this is still fairly new. A little bit about him. He's a surf shop owner. He owns a surf shop. Yeah, he owns a surf shop in Santa Barbara. Oh no, a surfing school.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Surfing school. So yeah, it's just, like right now, like I said, I was doing more, like I was just looking up to see if there's any more on it, like in the
Right.
last couple hours or anything, but there's
Yeah.
not. I mean, it's almost an open and shut case, but they still have to try him because, that's
Right.
what they do in this world. But it's just like, what the heck was this guy thinking? I'm going to take my son and my daughter out, and I'm just going to kill him for the heck of it because my
Because-
wife has my
Yeah.
wife has serpent DNA.
Gosh, it's like, okay. Obviously.
Could you imagine being that wife?
Illness.
Could you imagine being his wife
No.
and
okay.
hearing that?
Like, what if they were like happy before this? Just like me and Rand, like we're loving life, and all of a sudden he goes and offs the kids because have serpent DNA. Like, that's just crazy. That's nuts. Literally, that's nuts.
Or because he really believes that you're a witch.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, no, for real. You know what I mean? It's just like, one day, I dread that text. I'll be like, oh shit. I'd actually, honestly, I'd probably laugh and be like, whatever.
Yeah.
Why are you messing with me, Mina? I would. I'd be like, why are you messing with me? Like, this didn't happen.
Yeah.
Because you guys are happy.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So I would, but I would just be like,
That would be crazy though, right? If all of a sudden
Yeah.
that's what you heard.
yeah. Yeah. I'd be like, why did you do it, dude? Because she had serpent DNA. No, she had witch DNA. I'd be like, well, I knew that, but that doesn't
Right? Doesn't constitute anything.
it doesn't constitute anything. I mean, when I asked to borrow the car and she hands me a broom, I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
It doesn't go as fast as your car, but it'll work.
I'm blown away from it. Anyways, her friends have started a GoFundMe page.
Poor mama. Oh my God.
Just can you imagine you see your kids, you see them going, and that's the last you see of them. As you wake up, you get them breakfast, you feed them. Hey, I'm going to take the kids for a drive. Okay, bye, honey.
Yeah. And then like that, you're like, your whole family's gone. Your husband's going to prison for life. Like, that's done. Your kids are gone.
Well, he's in a Mexican prison. I mean, I think the death penalty is down there.
Yeah.
So I mean, but I mean, who
Did
knows
he
what's
kill
going to
them
happen?
in Mexico, or did he kill them?
He killed them in Mexico and keeps
Oh,
left them there
well, geez.
with the spear gun.
With the spear gun in Mexico.
Uh-huh.
That's not going to be pretty for him.
No, it's not. And these kids look happy. I'm going to send you this so you can put it on the website. But these
Yeah.
kids, they look happy. Like, I mean, everybody looks happy. The whole family looks happy. And it's just,
That's the thing with social media, period. It's fake. It really is. Because honestly, like, okay, we could put on this happy front, but everybody has problems, whether they want you to see them or not.
I get it. I do.
It's so sad.
It is sad. It's like, why would this, or why do why do these things happen? I'm sending you this message right now. You might be able to get it.
Okay.
I mean, but this is what they look like. And everybody looks, like you said, social media, yes, can be fake.
Did you send it
it's
in
like-
chats? Oh,
No. I sent it
Oh.
text. It's just taking a minute to get to. It's just, you see people happy. I see it all the time too. I mean,
Yeah.
I see it all the time where people look happy, everything looks fine. 2 days later, you hear about them being dead.
you know who that was like for me? Was Qanon.
Right. Chris Watts. And it's just like, I don't know. When I first saw that newscast where he's like, I just want my family to come home. When I first saw that and I saw it first,
Mhm.
I was like,
You just kind of knew something was off.
he don't look genuine. Like, to me, like, I was just like, that look was, I forget that we're doing a podcast, so I can't make the face, but I was just like, that does not, that doesn't look legit. That doesn't, you know what I mean? That just, wow. It just, it blew my mind. It just, how could he be so, how do I want to say it, nonchalant? Was
He's
he
a
not?
fucking liar. Like, it's just, you see these people, these couples, and they go on saying, oh, I just want my baby back, or where's my wife? And they end up killing their significant other or their kids. And it's like, how can you front like that?
I just sent you something. Let's see if you get it.
Oh, I got it.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, they are so cute.
Right?
Oh God,
Like,
that's
I mean, like, that doesn't even, like, how, like, see how happy I mean, they look happy.
they do.
It's just, it's sad on how, put that on the website. It just,
Yeah, I will.
it just blows my mind. Talk about, like you said, mental illnesses, mental health, with so much going on now, with the COVID, and then now this new variant, and now we're looking at lockdowns again, and people not being careful and stuff like that. I mean, trust me, I was all thankful for the help I got today, but I didn't put on my mask. We were outside, but my mind, I'm like, oh crap, all the way down. I hope they didn't have, I hope that, you know what I mean? They weren't that close to me. We were outside, but still, my mind goes directly to that.
Your
But
mind
it's
kind of
just,
has to this day and age.
it does. And it's just scary. But, I want to look at more of the QAnon and
It's
QAnon,
interesting.
whatever.
It's a fucking rabbit hole to get into.
Don't tell me that, because I'll take a dive head first into the rabbit's holes.
Yeah.
That always happens to me, and like I said, even just this, like, I was looking up our Salem Witch podcast, and boom, this comes up, and I just had to, I had to keep on doing research on it, and I'll give you guys a follow up on that, and our next show, I will bring you the Salem witchcraft, or with the Salem witch.
Yeah.
It was a specific witch that I was looking for, and I just didn't find enough to make a full
Yeah.
cast out of it. But you know what? We do everything by, sometimes by the seat of our pants here with Too Intense. And hey, we had two good stories for you guys. So, I mean, we promise you guys we'll bring you stuff, and we do. Listeners, please get on our email list, get on our website, our YouTube, our Patreon.
Patreon.
Yeah, go to our Patreon, go there, sign up, give us some stories, give us something that you want to hear. So tell us your stories. We'll do a listener show.
Yeah.
We'll do a listener show, where we have a few of your stories, and we have no problem doing that. While we want to do that. So go to Patreon, check it out. We got some pretty cool stuff there for you.
Yep.
Mina does. Mina, like I tell you guys, and I tell you guys every week, every time we record this, thank you, Mina. If it wasn't for her, we wouldn't be going like this strong. Like I said, seriously, she got me on track tonight. I had to do some stuff, and she messaged me something. I'm like, oh, okay. So, but it's just, I got a lot going on. I'm almost done with my stuff. So as soon as I'm done with my stuff, other than the podcast, I'm taking a week break.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I could focus more on my my new business and the podcast, because my new business is not going to take away from anything. Actually, it's going to give me more time. It's going to give me more where we could actually go and hang out and do stuff together, and stuff like that. So, but our listeners, you guys are awesome. We see you guys subscribing, we see you guys liking, we see you guys following. We really, really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And that shows that our hard work, Mina's behind the scenes work, is really paying off. For me, I sit here on a microphone and I push a couple buttons and edit stuff. Mina does the hard work. The she's texting me at 1:30 at night when I think she was sleeping. I don't want to text her, and she's texting me, "Did you see this?"
Yeah.
Where did that just like out of the blue? She knows I'm awake. That's why. So,
I just know he's gonna respond.
yeah, she does. She knows I'm going to respond all the time.
Yeah, like he could be asleep and I'll message him and he'll respond. Nobody else does that. Not even my husband.
He's like, you're like, how come you didn't say nothing? I was sleeping.
Yep.
So you knew you got the text, yes, and you didn't respond. No,
Mhm. Exactly. That's what he does. I'm like, okay.
but no, I do, and you know, I have had friends that will text me and message me something,
Mhm.
and I'll respond at 3 o'clock in the morning, and they, holy shit, I'm like, what? They're like, you responded. I'm like, yeah. Are you asleep? Are you laying down? I'm watching TV and watching videos on YouTube. I'm doing research. I'm, you know what I mean? It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Uh-huh.
Yep.
I'm just waking up for my day. Good night. I'm going to bed. So, you know, and they're like, you're going to bed at 4 o'clock. Yes. The other night I went to sleep at 6, but it just, you know, but no, yeah, no, Mean is right. I can be asleep. I could be dozing off and I will respond. And people, you know, she's like, oh, she's at first it surprised her. It doesn't surprise her anymore. It surprises her if I don't respond.
Yeah. Because like you're seriously the only one I would do that to because I know that you respond.
Well, that's what it's about being besties, and that's what it is about being like this. So
Yep.
we understand. But no, seriously, to you listeners, thank you. And sorry for the short show, this one, but you know what? It's entertaining. We always promise to bring you entertainment. We always promise to bring you a couple good stories, no matter what it is. You guys are our motivation, our inspiration to keep on going every week. If you guys weren't following, listening, we would still keep on going.
We would still be here
We
recording.
would still be here recording because we love to do this. It's fun for us. This is our out. This is mine and Mina's out. This is
Yeah.
Mina helps me so much with this because for this hour, this 45 minutes to an hour and a half, it just my mind's on one thing and one thing only, you know, and so it's I'm grateful for that, and it's great to be out. So you guys, until next week. Well, actually, this week we're going to give you guys another show. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening, and we will talk to you again soon. Until then, for Too Intense Podcast, I'm Hav.
Mina,
Take care, crazy kids.
bye.